Okay, we're going to get ready to begin our awards program, or portion of the program, as you finish up your meal. Again, first off, we wanted to give a big round of applause to the monument for that delicious meal. It was great tonight. And again, we want to welcome you to the 51st Annual Rapid City Sports Hall of Fame and Recognition Banquet. The program is put on by the sports officials, the Rapid City Sports Officials Organization. It's made up of a wonderful group of men and women who want to see sports thrive in Rapid City. We work a number of events throughout the course of the year, volunteering our time to help promote sports in the Rapid City and surrounding area. And it all comes down to this banquet. That is what we work hard throughout the course of the year, to culminate to this banquet here tonight. At this time, will all members of the officials organization please stand and be recognized? And they're wearing all the white shirts and jackets tonight. And we appreciate all the hard work that, as an organization, that we do throughout the course of the year. Also, a big thank you to Dwayne Whalen, who works so hard to put this event together. So again, let's hear it for Dwayne Whalen as well. Also, if you'd like to see, one last announcement before we get to the awards, if you'd like to see all the past winners, if you've never seen it before or if you just walked by it, but out the door there to the left by the escalators is our display with all the names of all the past award winners. So if you ever have time, I know I walk by there with my son, and of course I point my own name out, but he sees it all the time. But again, just look through all the winners. It's really a good, gives you a good picture of the Rapid City sports history. Okay? But we'll begin with our first award then for tonight. Guess I will stay up here. Okay. So our first award for tonight is always given to the official club member of the year. And this award is given to someone who is actively involved in our organization. This individual has been involved with the Sports Officials Organization for about 15 years now. And he's very active, attends all the meetings, works a lot of events each year. I was honored to win this award last year, and so it is my honor this year to announce that this year's official club member of the year is Dennis Titsey. Thank you, officials.
First award of the night will be for the High School Athletes of the Year. Before I list everybody that's coming up, I just want to say that I have the luxury of seeing these athletes perform throughout the season, whether it be on the football field, the basketball court, track and field, the wrestling mat, and it's really nice to see these kids grow and mature over the years. And this year, once again, we have a very talented field of athletes, and it was tough voting this year once again, and it is every year. So we'll start with the Female High School Athletes of the Year. When I call your name, you can come up and take a seat up here, and then we'll announce the winner of the Athlete of the Year. And then once they give their little speech, we will give you a plaque before you leave the stage. So as I announce your name, go ahead and please take a seat. Our first one is for Female High School Athlete of the Year is Olivia Ashley, a senior from Douglas High School. Olivia earned 10 letters in high school, 3 in softball, 3 in basketball, and 4 in track. During the 2021 high school year, she was voted most improved in softball. She was the Patriot of the Week in track and field. This past season, in 2022, she was awarded the Patriot Pride Award in softball, basketball, and track and field. And she was Academic All-State in basketball and track and field, Olivia Ashley. Our next finalist is Caden Skyberg, a senior from Rapid City Central. Cadence earned 8 letters in high school, 1 in football, 3 in hockey, and 4 in track. During the 2022 season, she was the first female to letter in boys high school football at Rapid City Central, and she was the first female to get positive yards in a Class 11 AAA varsity football game. She was Academic Performance Award, or she received the Super Academic Performance Award in hockey, and she was on the hockey team consolation champions at the state hockey tournament. Once again, Cadence Skyberg. Up next is Olivia Kiefer, a senior from Rapid City Christian High School. This past season, she was the volleyball MVP and team captain, as well as the basketball MVP and team captain. She was also named to the all-conference first team in both volleyball and basketball. At the state tournament, she was named to the first team all-state girls basketball tournament, and she was the leading scorer at the tournament. She also won the Spirit of Sioux Award, and she was a finalist for Miss South Dakota basketball. She's also tied for ninth as the 9th leading scorer in South Dakota girls basketball history with 2,490 points, Olivia Kiefer. Up next is Reese Ross, a senior from St. Thomas More. This past season, she was a team captain in both volleyball and basketball, and she was also named All-Black Hills Conference in volleyball and basketball as well. She was first team All-State basketball, and she was also a finalist for Miss South Dakota basketball. Some of her achievements, she reached 1,000 kills in volleyball and 1,000 points in basketball, which are first in school history. Reese Ross. And our 5th and final finalist is Brianna Holso, a senior from Rapid City Stevens. Brianna earned 6 letters in high school, 3 in cross country and 3 in track. She was a team captain on the track team this past year, and she won the Girls Doc Michael Award. She placed 3rd in Class 11 AA state cross country meet this past season, and she also placed 100th in the final USA cross country rankings. This past weekend, she set a new school record at the Howard Wood this past weekend in the 1600 with a time of 4 minutes and 57 seconds in the 1600, and she was nominated for the Gatorade Cross Country Player of the Year. Brianna Holso from Rapid City Stevens. And the Female High School Athlete of the Year goes to Olivia Kiefer from Rapid City Christian. Olivia will be with us tonight, so accepting on her behalf is Rapid City Christian Activities Director Kyle Courtney.
All right, Olivia was not able to be here today. She's, I believe, in Sioux Falls attending the Miss Basketball Henson Anderson Banquet. She would love to have been here. She did ask me to just read something she prepared, but before I do that real quick, I'll just say a couple things about Olivia. I've been the athletic director at Rapid City Christian for 8 years, and so I've had the privilege of watching Olivia all the way from 6th grade on through, and I mean, that's been a privilege to watch her. She's probably one of the most acclaimed athletes, obviously, to come through our school. But not only is she a tremendous athlete, student athlete, she's a great student, she's a great leader, just a great ambassador for our school, along with all her awards in volleyball and basketball. She's also been the female ambassador, which is like our homecoming queen, but there's a lot of other responsibilities that go along with that at Rapid City Christian. So she's just been a tremendous role model to the younger students at Rapid City Christian, and I speak for our school when I say we're very, very proud of her, and we're very excited to see the rest of her career as she continues at the University of South Dakota. Olivia had this to say. First, I want to thank the Officials Club for all that they do for high school sports in Rapid City. Without you guys, sports would not be the same here in Rapid City. I want to thank God for all He has given me, which allows me to play sports. I want to thank Rapid City Christian and all the people who have given me all the opportunities that I have had. I feel very honored to be a part of this group. Thank you.
next award will be the High School Male Athlete of the Year. Again, as we announce your name, if you could please come and have a seat here on the podium or at the stage. We'll begin with a senior from Douglas High School, Andrew Davis. Andrew earned 9 letters in high school, 1 in cross country, 2 in basketball, 2 in track, and 4 in golf. He was team captain for the 3rd time in golf this year. He was also All Black Hills Conference Basketball Honorable Mention. He hopes to improve this season on his 11th place finish in the high jump from last year's state track meet. And he was academic all-state in cross country, golf, basketball, track, and field. Again, Andrew Davis from Douglas High School, and Andrew is not able to join us though here tonight. Our next finalist is William Papke, a senior from Rapid City Central High School. William earned 7 letters in high school, 3 in football, 2 in basketball, and 2 in track. This last year, he was the football team captain. He was selected Best Offensive Lineman for football. He was All AAA, All Conference First Team, and Best of the West in football. Again, a senior from Rapid City Central High School, William Papke. The next finalist is a senior from Rapid City Christian High School, Sam Fisher. Sam earned 8 letters in high school, 3 in football, 3 in basketball, and 2 in baseball. He was the offensive MVP of the football team. Also selected captain of the football team this past year. He was selected captain of the basketball team and received the Comet Award for basketball. He was all-conference in football, honorable mention all-conference in basketball. He was selected to the LNI all-tournament team, and he was on the Rapid City Christian LNI championship team this past December. Again, Sam Fisher from Rapid City Christian High School. And next we have Tyson Durham, a senior from St. Thomas More High School. Tyson earned 16 letters in high school, 4 in football, 6 in wrestling, 1 in track, and 5 in baseball. This last year, Tyson was the captain of the football team. He was a 3-year varsity starter. He had over 800 all-purpose yards. He was a on the 4-time conference championship team. He was in wrestling. He was the captain, and he was the wins and takedown leader, and also the MVP. He was a 5-time state qualifier in wrestling. He had 123 career varsity wins. He was baseball and track captain. And in track, he is training in 6 events as a first-time track participant. Again, Tyson Durham from St. Thomas More High School. The last finalist is Simeon Birnbaum, a senior from Rapid City Stevens High School. Simeon earned 8 letters in high school, 4 in cross country, and 4 in track. This past year, he was the co-captain and MVP in both cross country and track. He also set the High School Boys National Federation 3,200 meter record at the Arcadia Invite. In cross country, he was the individual champion as well as on the AA team championship. He was the South Dakota Gatorade Player of the Year for cross country. He is the school and state record holder in the 800 meter, 1600 meter, 3200 meter, and medley relay. He's the first South Dakota runner to run under a 4-minute mile. He broke both Howard Wood records this past weekend in the 800 meter, running in a time of 1 minute and 50 seconds, .37. and also in the 1600 meter at 4 minutes and 4 seconds, so 4:04.05. Again, from Rapid City Stevens High School, Simeon Birnbaum. And now to announce the winner for the High School Male Athlete of the Year. Our winner for this year is Simeon Birnbaum from Rapid City Stevens High School.
Thank you.
So before I announce our next award, I just want to remind everyone that if they're interested in becoming a member of the officials, just talk with anybody that's wearing a white jacket or Dwayne Whalen, and we can give you more information. We're always looking for new members, and like my brother said, we're always participating in different events to just help promote sports in Rapid City. So our next award is the College Female Athletes of the Year, and this year we have two of them. Our first one is Ashlyn Duffy, a senior from Augustana University. Ashlyn was the NSIC South Division Player of the Year. She was also named to the Division II Women's Basketball Central Region First Team. She was also, her senior year, she was first in the NSIC in double-doubles with 12. She was 4 times Conference Player of the Week, and this year she averaged 17.2 points per game and 8.6 rebounds per game, and she also eclipsed 1,000 points in her career. Would you please welcome Ashlyn Duffy.
I just want to start off by saying thank you to the Rapid City Officials Organization on behalf of myself and all those being honored here tonight and putting on such a wonderful event. I've had the opportunity to attend this event a few times with my siblings, and I've been able to watch some amazing athletes win awards. Athletes that are a product of such a supportive Rapid City community. I'm so honored to be one of the female collegiate athletes this year. Congratulations to Haley. I know she couldn't be here, but I'm so proud to tell people that I once played with Haley in high school before she went on to be big time at SDSU. And congrats to all the athletes, Luke and Colby, being honored here tonight. You've made Rapid City so proud. My college experience wouldn't have been possible had it not been for the sports world that I was born into here in Rapid City. Coach Canlin, Scott Benson, Mr. Nawani, and the entire Rapid City Catholic High School system. Thank you. Just yesterday, I was sitting in my dad's office here in Rapid, and there's a quote up on the wall by Teddy Roosevelt that most people know as the man in the arena. For those that don't know this quote, he talks about the individual that is willing to put himself in the arena, the court, the field, the arena of life. They are willing to strive for success, but, quote, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, end quote. I've always wanted to be the girl in the arena. I wanted to compete. I wanted to be a part of teams that were willing to strive no matter the outcome. Rapid City has been that arena for so many of us athletes, and I'm so grateful to have been the girl in the arena that was Rapid City and St. Thomas More High School. Without this arena, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to compete and continue to compete at the collegiate level. And finally, I want to say thank you to the people that introduced me to the arena so many years ago, my parents. There aren't words to adequately articulate how thankful I am that God gave me you guys as parents. So thank you, Rapid City, for letting me be the girl in the arena. Thank you.
like Justin said, we do have 2 winners tonight in both the college female and college male athletes of the year. The other college female athlete of the year is Haley Timmer, a sophomore from South Dakota State University. Haley graduated from St. Thomas More High School, and then in 2020 and 2021, she was the WNIT All-Tournament team, or she made that team. In 2023, she was the Summit League Championship game. She scored 18 points, in that game on 7 of 8 shooting. Also in 2023, she scored 53 points in the Summit League tournament as she was MVP of that tournament. And then she scored 12 points in SDSU's game in their loss to Virginia Tech in the second round of the NCAA Division I tournament. So our other college female athlete of the year is Haley Timmer from South Dakota State University. Accepting for Haley, who's not able to be here tonight, is Scott Benson on her behalf.
Good evening. So I'd like to start out just by congratulating everybody that's being recognized tonight, and just kind of a message especially to the young people in the room. The hard work that you've done up to this point to be recognized at an event like this is going to have a profound effect on the rest of your life. You may not realize it now, but sports is such an awesome platform to teach life lessons. And you guys are heading in a great direction, so keep up the great work. I'd like to just, comment real quickly on the officials as well. Thank you for everything that you do. I was kind of laughing yesterday. I was at my son's baseball game, 8, 9-year-old baseball, pretty intense. And I could tell who was up to bat by who wasn't looking at their phone, whose parents were belonged to who. So hey, let's go, Timmy. Okay, back down. So I just kind of laugh because sports has changed so much over the last 20 years, where it's become so individualized, and it's about metrics, and it's about who's going to this college. And it made me think of the officials and the work that they do. And they're truly that old school team. Now, keep in mind, I didn't say old people, I just said old school team. So, Dwayne and the rest of the group, I thank you for what you do for sports in Rapid City. You truly put in, selfless hours, tireless hours for the betterment of our sports community, so thank you. So here to talk about Haley tonight. I work with athletes for a living over the last 15 years, and I've kind of pinned it down to what makes an athlete successful as a whole. And you see the kids that excel when they're 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, and it's those kids that gain that skill set at a young age. They probably have moms and dads that are out in the yard with them, or brothers and sisters, and so they can throw, they can dribble, they can shoot, they can do all those things. And then when you get to high school, it changes a little bit. People start to mature physically, and that strength and speed and size starts to make a difference. And then there's those rare few that bring that together and get that opportunity to move on to the college level. And when you get to the college level, you realize real quick, everybody's skilled, everybody's athletic. So that mental part of the game comes into play. And Haley is, from the time I met her, is one of the most strong, competitive mindsets I've ever been around. She started working with me when she was 10 years old, and it was business. She came into the gym, and if I tried to make a joke with Haley, it was wasted, because it was time to get back to work, and she needed to get done with her workouts and probably get to the gym to shoot. So it's something I really feel that has really separated her as an athlete. I'll tell one story and then I'll read her speech. I had the opportunity to coach Haley as a track coach when she was at STM, and Royce, who's in the audience. We were moving into the state track meet, and we were pretty early on in coaching there, and we had an opportunity to win it. And Royce was the distance coach, and he had he had 3 really good 800 runners, and he really wanted to put a 4x8 team together, but the next time was 20 seconds slower. It just wasn't, they weren't going to be able to place, and we didn't know what to do. And at that point, I think Haley was 13 or 14 years old, and I said to Royce, I said, we've got the person. It's Haley. And he kind of looked at me and he said, she doesn't run the 800. She's never run an 800. And I said, she's the person. And I said, we need to take a chance on this because I know she won't fail. She doesn't know how to. And so Royce said, well, if that's what you want to do, okay, you tell her. And I said, I'm not telling her. You tell her. And so we decided the best option there was neither one of us were going to tell her. At her age, we figured, why get her worried about it? So we waited until the day before the state track meet and told Haley she was running an 800, and not only is she running an 800, she's going to lead it off. And we told her, just stay with everybody. No big deal, just stay with everybody. And so Haley goes out, first leg, stays with everybody with 100 left, passes everybody by a long ways. She runs, I don't remember, I think it was like a 2:17 split for the first time she's ever run one. And that's when we kind of all looked at each other and said, this kid's different. And for the rest of her high school career, she just did amazing things. The bigger the stage, the bigger performance from her. So, in Haley's words, I wish I could have been here tonight to accept this award. But I am extremely grateful for the officials for selecting me and for the entire Rapid City community for all their support. I am so proud to represent South Dakota, and more specifically Rapid City, through athletics. I couldn't have gotten to where I am on the court and as a person without the help and support of many people along the way. I would like to thank God and my parents for being my support system through all the ups and downs, and all of my coaches and teammates throughout my career for pushing me to succeed. Also, a special thank you to Scott Benson, who has a tremendous impact on my athletic career, and to Craig Nowotny, Bill Friedel, and Brandon Candelin. I look forward to continuing to do my best to make Rapid City proud, and will always be extremely thankful for this community. Thank you.
All right, our next award is for the College Male Athletes of the Year, and once again we have 2 of them. So the first one tonight is Colby Cost, a senior from Augustana University. Colby has built quite a resume during his 4 years at Augustana University. He has a 4-year wrestling record of 93 wins and 31 losses. He was a 4-year placer at the NSIC NCAA Division II Region 5 tournament. The Augustana as a team placed second at the NSIC NCAA Division II Region 5 tournament, and Colby was earned the team's highest points with 16.5 points. He qualified for the NCAA National Tournament and was a top 12 finisher, losing in the final blood round. Colby ranks in the top 7 in the following at Augustana: all-time wrestling record, career falls, major decisions, and takedowns. And I just learned tonight that he recently received the All-American Strength and Conditioning Athlete of the Year award. So would you please welcome Colby Cost.
First of all, I just want to say thank you to this amazing organization for such an honoring award, and it's an honor to be awarded this particular achievement among these other collegiate athletes. First I want to thank God. Nothing would have been possible without him. All glory to him. I want to thank my family, my mom and dad, for the constant support and of course traveling thousands of miles throughout my life. I want to thank my sisters, and then I want to also thank the family that was here to come and support me. I want to thank my wonderful fiance for everything. She has never doubted me, and wrestling was the one thing that came before her. I want to thank my coaches throughout my wrestling career in high school, Lance Pearson and Dave Gorsuch, and as well as my college coaches, Jason Reitmeyer, Chisholm Fink, and Cooper Moore. I want to thank all the strength and conditioning coaches I've had throughout my career that have permitted me to excel and become better in the sport of wrestling, as well as the AT staff throughout Augie for keeping me healthy and giving me the privilege to compete. I also want to thank all my teammates I've had for being an awesome support group and being intense mat side. And it's important to support yourself with people who are like-minded and consistently challenge you, because if you surround people like that, they're going to help you improve. Wrestling has been a majority of my life, and it's hard to believe that I'm done competing in it. And it's surreal not having that routine in my life anymore, whether it's, 6 a.m. lifts or 3:30 practices, getting in and out of the room. But it's given me everything from amazing highs to hurtful lows, and I couldn't be more thankful for what it has given me. And it will always be a part of me, and I will stay involved however I can, whether it's possibly getting certified in reffing or becoming a coach. It's always going to be part of my life, and I'm going to try and give back to those who have given to me. Wrestling is, people say it's more mental than physical, and it takes a lot to, enjoy it. But there's 3 things I want to leave you guys with. But one thing is, strive for constant improvement, even if it's just 1% better every day. Always find those little victories and celebrate them, whether it's just a slight improvement here and there, but always strive for improvement. Secondly is enjoy the process. It's tough getting in and out of the room, those 2-hour practices, coming out drenched in sweat, weather, and then as well with 6 a.m. lifts. But it's important to enjoy the process and embrace the grind, because becoming better at something requires consistency. You got to put in the hours, and eventually things will follow through. And the third thing is, what I've learned is to treat every opponent like they're the best in the nation. If you give 100% effort towards any obstacle in your life, there's a very good chance that you will overcome it. And of course, the rest will follow in, and I can't thank wrestling and my coaches and everyone who has supported me in this journey enough to give me the opportunity to become a better person, get an education, and prepare me for the world. And with that, I just want to thank the amazing organization again for giving me this award, and nothing would be possible without all this. So, thank you.
And next we'll have our second college male athlete of the year. And our second college male athlete of the year is Luke Julian, a graduate student from the Colorado School of Mines. In cross country, Luke was all Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference first team. He was also all region and all American in cross country. He was on the team that won the NCAA Division II National Championship, and he placed 13th in the NCAA Division II National Cross Country Championships himself. He broke the Colorado School of Mines record in the 1500 meter that was set back in 2011. His new time of 3 minutes, 41 seconds, and 84 tenths was the fastest time in RMAC this year, and the second fastest time in NCAA Division II this year. Again, the College Male Athlete of the Year, Luke Julian from the Colorado School of Mines.
I'm just going to thank a few people real quick. First, the officials.
thank you. Nice that you guys remembered that I'm from Rapid and remembered me. So I'm incredibly flattered to get this award and for an excuse to come and see my parents. Really nice. A lot of people who aren't here that I have to thank, mainly my coach Chris Seamers. He's the best coach in the country, regardless of division. I'm still somehow, after all these years, he's so collaborative, and I care so much about my running, and it's the most important thing to me. But somehow, I think he cares even more than I do. And then of course my teammates. There's too many to name. So many guys older guys who taught me over the years. But I mainly want to name like my teammates who were on the national championship team: Dylan, Duncan, Chris, Paul, and Goldie, and Loic. We're really proud of what we accomplished together, and they're a really great group of guys. My high school coach is here, Rice Wurtzer. I'm so appreciative of him for helping me start this such a rewarding career that I've gotten so much out of, and for also giving me the freedom when I was in high school to just be myself and not have to focus only on running. My sister, she's been dragged to so many tournaments and races all across the country, and I can't believe that she's always been so supportive. It's never been wavering. So thankful for her. And my mom and dad, I'm so grateful for them. They've just given me so much unconditional support in running, but also just giving me the space to make it my own and find my own identity in it. And words can't express how thankful I am to you guys, so I love you. I guess the one thing that I will always remember from this year and from that national championship was nothing during the race, but afterwards when it's just chaos and people on the ground puking, and I saw my mom and my coach, and I didn't think I was going to get emotional until I hugged both of them and saw them, and it just reminds me that yes, I'm up here, but it's hundreds of people that have made all this possible, and I wouldn't be here without them, so thank you.
Up next, we'll have 4 individuals that we will induct into the Rapid City Sports Hall of Fame for the class of 2023. The first individual that we will bring up was the head volleyball coach at Stevens High School from 1990 to 1997, Janelle Jeske. And a little bit about Coach Jeske's career. She started her volleyball coaching at West Junior High in 1985. In 1990, she was named the head coach of the Raiders, and for the next 30 years, Janelle was involved in the girls volleyball program in some capacity. She served as head coach of Stevens from 1990 to 97. Her Raider team qualified for state 7 out of those 8 years, and her 1992 team won the state championship and was undefeated. In 2014 and 2016, she took another break from coaching, but she returned to the program until her retirement in 2021. Again, the first individual into the Rapid City Sports Hall of Fame class of 2023 is Janelle Jeske, the head volleyball coach at Stevens High School.
Thank you very much. I would first like to thank the officials for this wonderful honor. I am grateful for this. I would like to also thank my family, my husband Jerry, my children Jordan, Trevor, Sydney. Thank you for being here. Jordan was not able to be here, but Trevor and Sydney are here, so thank you. My parents, John and Janet, and Sharon, she is not able to be here, and my brother, thank you so much. Without your support through the years, I would not be as successful as I am, or was, I should say. Especially Jerry, thank you. All the little things and all the big things you did for me when I was gone for practices, for tournaments, matches, away for summer camp, summer everything. Thank you. You were my biggest cheerleader. You were my sounding board when I needed it most. I appreciate it more than you probably ever know. A long time ago, and really it was a long time ago, there were 3 men that took a chance on me, this little Wyoming girl. They were instrumental in supporting my coaching and my teaching career. Thank you, Wes Storm, for hiring me at West Junior High to teach civics and to coach freshman volleyball. And thank you, Dwayne Whalen, for thinking and believing that I was the right person for the volleyball job at Stevens High School. I can't leave out Ken Burnham. Dwayne, Ken, and I sat in his office and I interviewed for the PE job and the volleyball job. And that was the very beginning of my PE and coaching career at Stevens High School. I cherish our working and friendship from that point on, even up until now, so thank you to both of you now. During the years I coached, I was blessed to work with the most amazingly talented coaches and athletes. Having a consistent coaching core that works together year after year keeps a program strong. There was always at least one person that was in that core with me throughout the years, and that was Carrie Beyer. She was my rock. We worked together for pretty much the most of 1990 through 2021. And she wouldn't have been, or she couldn't have been the most important person in my life. I just, call her family. She is wonderful, and I appreciate everything that she has done for me. Coaching girls is unique, for sure. And my goal was always to help them to be better athletes and excel, but also just as important, learn how to work together, support each other, love each other, accept each other's strengths and weaknesses, and do all of that by leaving the outside noises away from the team and allowing us to focus on what would make us better together. I hope these ideas carried on with them as they move from the volleyball program and into their life outside of high school. It's also wonderful now to have reconnected with so many of them and see how they are doing in their lives. We have such a different relationship now, and they are successful, and it's just a great feeling to have a different experience with them now. I look back and I can't believe how quickly the time has gone by. I treasure all the wonderful memories and friendships that I've made over these past 30 years now, or over 30. So again, I thank you for this wonderful honor, and I am truly grateful.
Our next inductee into the 2023 Rapid City Sports Hall of Fame class is a longtime football and basketball official, Randy Stanton. And before I bring him up, I told him I had a story about Randy tonight, so I just wanted to share that with you. This happened about 15 years ago, and I don't know if Randy remembers this or not, but he was officiating a football game down in Hot Springs, and I happened to be down there shooting highlights of it. And he was the side judge, so he was on the same side that I was shooting. And Hot Springs had passed the ball down, made a short little pass, and then they were running down the field, and all of a sudden they started getting pushed towards me. And I didn't have anywhere to go, so I thought I was going to get hit. Well, all of a sudden Randy comes running down, and the next thing I see is the side of his face up against my camera lens. So that's how dedicated of an official he was, he was able to take the hit for me, but he was okay, he didn't get hurt, I didn't get hurt, the camera was fine. So that just shows you how dedicated he was to officiating. So our next inductee tonight is Randy Stanton. He worked his first high school basketball game as a freshman in college at the age of 18 back in 1971. He was selected to work 30 state basketball tournaments throughout his career, 1 in Class AA boys, 4 in Class A boys, 5 in Class A girls, and 20 in Class AA girls. Among those, he worked 7 state championship games. He was also selected to work 4 state championship football games, 2 in Class 11 AA and 2 in Class 11 AAA. He also received several awards throughout his career. In 2020, he won the National Federation of High School Officials Association Girls Official of the Year. Also in 2020, he won the Distinguished Service Award from the South Dakota High School Activities Association. In 2020, he was the South Dakota Basketball Coaches Hall of Shrine. He also won the Gold Whistle Award from the LNI back in 2021. And in 2023, he received the Steve Whithorn Memorial Award. So would you please welcome Randy Stanley.
Well, he just stole my whole speech. But for those of you that know me, you know that I don't stand up in front of crowds like this very often. I'm okay with 1,000 people yelling at me from the background, but getting up in front of people like this is just not something that I do very well. But being able to officiate high school activities has brought me in touch with the student athletes that put a lot of time and effort into it, like Scott said, putting time and effort into their craft, and it kept me involved in high school athletics, with the student athletes, with the coaches, with the athletic directors, and even those fans. And I got a quick story about a fan here real quick. I was working a game in Hill City earlier this past year, and a guy in the crowd stood up and said something about my hairstyle, about not having much hair left. And I turned around and I said, "That's because of all you guys in the stands chewing on me." And that guy says, "That's not the part of you we've been chewing on." But it's an honor to be up here. It's an honor to be selected for this thing. Like I said, Justin stole all of my lines, but I do want to say that all of the brotherhoods that I've made through the refereeing, the brothers and sisters that we get to work with on a weekly basis, those are the friends that are lifetime friends and will always be, because we know that we've got each other's back, and that's something to be proud of. I want to thank the Officials Association. Like I said, I've won a bunch of awards that I don't know if I'm worthy of or not, but I want to say that this is the best award that I think I could get, because it's from people out here that know who I am and who we are. So thank you, all of the people in the white jackets. I do appreciate that very much. I want to thank my lovely wife. I think that's how she said I should say it. My brother and his wife are here. My wife Sandy, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law are here. Son Reggie is in Florida golfing at this time of the year, so he couldn't be here. But I am here with my daughter Melissa, who is a 2-time college nominee here, an award winner here. So it'll be an honor to have my name on the board out there beside my daughter. So thank you again, Officials, for the award. I got to get off here before Dwayne sends Gary or Dave or somebody up there to knock me off. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
All right, the next recipient for the Hall of Fame class of 2023 is athlete Jessie Combs, who was a race car driver. A little bit about Jessie. She was born in Rockerville, South Dakota in 1980 and graduated from Stevens High School in 1998. She developed a love for racing and machinery at a very young age. She attended Wyoming Wyotech College and graduated top in her class. On October 9th of 2013, she set the four-wheel land speed record with an official run of 398 miles per hour with a top speed of over 440 miles per hour. Then again on September 7th of 2016, she set a new top speed record of 477 miles per hour driving another American Eagle. Accepting on behalf of Jessie Combs this evening is her mother, Nina.
Oh boy. We'd like to thank the Rapid City Sports Hall of Fame for inducting Jessie. Whew, I didn't think I'd cry, sorry. But I am Nina, her mom, and this is my husband Chuck, and he's my sole supporter. Just like they said, Jessie was born and raised in Rapid City, South Dakota, and graduated from Stevens High School in 1998. She was also on the cheerleading squad that took the Spirit of Six award, something she was very proud of. Jessie was humble. Being recognized as a female icon was something that she had to wrap around her head because she was only sharing what she loved to do. And that was going fast, which scared her mother to death all the time. And the pile of speeding tickets also. Yes, that was her passion for, the evidence for her passion for speed. The Black Hills of South Dakota was the perfect playground for Jessie, for all of my kids, because they were all into the extreme sports. Rock climbing, four-wheeling, snowboarding, cliff diving, just to name a few. Another of those things that feared the weather. Jessie always brought her A game. I can imagine her saying with her never-ending fearless attitude of, let's just do this. Jessie had many first-place podium finishes in the multiple classes of off-roading at the King of Hammers in Johnson Valley, California. Jessie had a podium finish at the Baja 1000 in Mexico. Jessie and a co-driver, Nicole, shared a top 10th placement at the 300 vehicles that were at the Rally de Gazelles in the Moroccan desert. Remember, Jessie was one that liked to go fast. This was a slow, 7-day, point-to-point race with only 1950 maps and a compass, no GPS. And how hard that was, but to come in 10th place for the first time that you ever attempted this. Though we lost her on August 27, 2019, on her attempt to break the women's land speed record at the Elbert Desert in southeast Oregon, driving the North American Eagle, a retired F-104 fighter jet that had been converted to a car to break the women's land speed record. Jessie was awarded the Guinness Book of World Records postpartum as the fastest woman on Earth, with her average speed of 522.783 miles an hour, breaking the 43-year-old record previously held by Kitty O'Neill in 1976. Jessie's legacy lives on through the Jessie Combs Foundation to educate, inspire, and empower future female trailblazers, providing scholarships for these women going into the industry's trades. Who could have mentioned that 7 years before that fatal crash, that she would commission 2 guys to come and follow her from 2013 to 2019 to document her journey to the pursuit of the women's land speed record. That this young woman from a small town in the Black Hills of South Dakota would one day have her story told on HBO Max, which is now showing as the fastest woman on Earth. What amazing vision and creativity and determination that our Jessie had. If Jessie were here today, she would very well say, some people say I'm crazy. I say thank you. So I think that I can close this story by saying, Jessie truly lived a life at full speed. Thank you very much.
Gold recipient for the 2023 Rapid City Hall of Fame class is Kevin Buttrock, a golf promoter. Kevin served on the board of directors for the South Dakota Golf Association for 19 years. He was the first person in the history of the association to serve 2 terms. During his time at the SDGA, it experienced unprecedented growth. Some of his accomplishments during his time with the association: they expanded the number of state championships, established a junior golf tour, first tee was established statewide, and a permanent home for the South Dakota Golf Hall of Fame was determined. And some say his biggest accomplishment was the creation of the golf club at Red Rock. Would you please welcome Kevin Buttrock?
Well, thank you, Mr. Combs. That's a tough act to follow, that story. Last year I was inducted into the South Dakota Golf Hall of Fame, and I was last on the agenda. And so I'm pretty good at keeping these things quick because I know everybody wants to head to the exit. But first of all, congratulations to all the people who are up here for their athletic ability, as opposed to somebody like me who's up here because I've just been around long enough to accomplish a few things. My wife Ran and I moved to Rapid City in 1981 in a car, pulling a trailer, not knowing what the future would bring. And Rapid City's been so good to us. I was fortunate enough to manage the Civic Center here in the late 80s and early 90s, so I know firsthand the work the officials do, and it's so nice to see all the faces, and to be inducted into something the officials have to do with means an awful lot to me. My partner Don Ward and I, 22 years ago, bought a piece of land out in Rapid City, and started with this vision of building a golf course. We were a couple of idiots, I think, but we just kept going and kept doing the next thing, and that led to my involvement with the South Dakota Golf Association and all the things that we did over that time. So to be honored and to be put into somebody's Hall of Fame for doing something you love for 24 years means a great deal to me. And to have my name on the wall in the Civic Center is something that's really special as well. So thank you very much, and for the award and the honor.
Well, that completes the list of all of our awards. Once again, if you're interested in joining the officials organization, just see Dwayne Whalen or any one of us in the white jackets. And congratulations once again to all the winners.
I always follow him, so as you can tell the height difference, and now if you can tell us apart too if you ever see us out and about, but I guess if we're not together, that's going to be tough as well. Anyway, too, if you want boxes for your trophies or plaques, they are off to the side there. Also, we've got another couple plaques up here too that we will get out to the individuals who were not able to make it to tonight's event. And again, that's going to wrap up tonight's event. We want to thank you again for attending the 51st Annual Rapid City Sports Hall of Fame and Recognition Banquet. Again, we hope you enjoyed the program. We hope you have a great rest of your evening.